So when we started Real Social Dynamics, Nick was actually my co-teacher back in the day before he took on the business role, primarily as his day-to-day function. And for years and years he would teach. He's even done world tours, but this is probably before you knew about RSD. And I guess Nick gave me a call, a week ago, and he said that he had the teaching bug again. He just wanted to teach and sort of share his knowledge, just because he's had a lot of different experiences over the years that he wanted to share. So if you enjoyed this video, and you'd like to learn more, if this is something that resonated with you, Nick is actually doing something called the Founders Club. And the Founders Club is essentially a program where he talks a lot about these different areas. Maybe you could share a little bit about what that is.
In this program, I talk about all the different areas that you have studied within Real Social Dynamics and how it applies to 6 different facets, including the business world, in terms of not just our business, in terms of bringing the business side of teaching to Real Social Dynamics, how to make money, the mindsets of business, and also how we built Real Social Dynamics from behind the scenes. And due to my personal life, being now in a long-term relationship, I also talk about long-term dating and relationships and networking and social game, because a lot of the skills that you learned within Real Social Dynamics can apply to these 6 different subjects. And what I've put together is 60 different videos in 10 hours of content on all these different topics and how we've been able to leverage the power of a mastermind group of business people, social circle contacts who are really great socialites that have introduced Owen to beautiful women, including Playboy models and successful people that are really great at sharing their knowledge in terms of business. And we wanted to be mentors to you guys in terms of these kind of topics, because RSD was created on the belief that one day we would branch out of just the dating and pickup to all these different topics, including higher purpose.
Yeah, so just check out the video, and if it's something that resonates with you, I think that you'll have a wonderful experience. And thank you for checking out this video. Check out this explanation of the Founders Club, and we'll see you soon.
Hi, it's Papa from Real Social Dynamics. I'm one of the co-founders of the company, and I've been running this company since 2002, mostly behind the scenes. The secret to success has been kind of hidden from the public, and a lot of people have been asking Tyler, the public co-founder, main figurehead of this company, how we created this company, because we were able to build this company from an idea, just me and Tyler talking in a car, on a car ride socially, to a global company all around the world, teaching hundreds of thousands of guys in person with millions of people following us in our movement of teaching how to pick up girls, self-actualization, identity level change. And it's been such an amazing success that we have transformed our clients into great successful people, not just in their dating life, but also in their self-improvement life. We created RSD not as just a typical dating company, or else we would have given ourselves a dating company name. We called ourselves Real Social Dynamics because we knew that we were a company that was going to make a large impact in the world. This is a company that we built while traveling to literally every country around the world many, many times, and we're still doing it today. We had a time when we were completely homeless. There was a time where Tyler and I, we had no money, we were couch surfing across the world. In fact, there was a time where I was even living in the back of a 1997 Toyota Avalon while building this company, while still getting on the internet, sharing our success stories, sharing our videos, and teaching people. Yet at the same time, we were able to go from that situation to getting clients to still meet up with us, teach them, use that money to get us out of that situation, and grow the company from a small company that was just a few people to having hundreds of people working for us, thousands of volunteers, and then becoming a global success as a multinational company with global subsidiaries around the world. It's been something that I've had a lot of training in. I have gone through 2 MBA programs, have a lot of formal education, and I've literally spent over $1 million on my education outside of that, going through mastermind groups with high-powered social circles and learnings. And this is information that I have kind of shared with my team. Tyler has gone through a lot of education, formal education as well. Together, we created a mastermind group within RSD to create an awesome business. And the lessons we learned from going out into the field every day allowed us to also get great dating skills. I personally used those skills to develop an awesome relationship. I was able to get married, and our other instructors, they use it for picking up girls. These same skills, though, transferred over to business. They transferred over to networking. In fact, the networking that we had to do to build a mastermind within RSD and external RSD with highly successful CEOs, powerful socialites, and what have you, are skills that are easily transferable to other people as well. We had the mindset that we wanted to escape the mundane and go to the extraordinary. We had the goal and desire to develop that social game and the social graces to culminate in building RSD into what it is today. Right now, it is a powerhouse for you. You have been following RSD. You've been following RSD Nation. You've been part of our community. And you too have gotten that personal transformation identity level change. A lot of you guys, though, may be in a situation where you've gotten massive pickup success and you want to find out how you can take the success and rely it on other areas of your life. Other people are still beginning. Some of you guys are just beginning your social circle skills, your networking skills, and your career. And you're wondering how these skills can help you get further. How you can make more money doing this stuff. And these are all things that are lessons that I had to learn myself through trial, through error, through a long journey, a long adventure of trying to figure this thing out with Tyler and a group of mastermind of instructors. And external to that, because our RSD instructors are so focused on picking up girls, I personally built a mastermind dedicated not just to pickup, to building a social circle, a social network, a high network of high-end successful individuals in business, and people to help us in every possible way. Now, in terms of connecting people, in terms of the knowledge you need to do to connect the success in your life to even greater success is a learnable skill set. I believe anything is a learnable skill set. I think that there is nothing in your social life or business life that cannot be accomplished if you're willing to put your mind to it. And it's even faster when you have the right mentors and guidance. I personally sought those out. A lot of people will go to RSD to find that source, and that is great because our guys are actually in the field all the time. I always say, seek the truth from those who are also seeking the truth and run from those who claim to have found it. Our goal and our core values has always been about continuing education. I always recommend that people always do the same because it's all about hitting the field. Now, field experience is king. It's something that we say all the time, and it's probably the biggest core of what we do. When people are asking, hey, how do I do this? How do I do that? It's usually just hit the field. However, if you have someone guiding you, you're more likely to make less mistakes while you're in the field. However, when we first created RSD, Tyler and I didn't have RSD to give us the guidance that we needed. Therefore, we had to test everything. I learned everything. This is a company that we created because this is the resource that I wish I had when I was involved with the game as a single guy in my early 20s. And not having a big social circle, not having a network, not having any business skills, not understanding how to really socialize as I grew up somebody who was more of a geek and didn't really have anything other than my academic background and a strong desire to continually learn. I came from a situation though, when I was a very young kid that I was actively seeking out high-end events, high-end education and what have you, and trying to figure out how to get access to that. Even when I was 12 years old, I was volunteering for the owner of a nightclub to get access behind the scenes. And from that, I was able to hang out with rock stars while they're hanging out after they're on stage. I was able to network with people that were much older than me, and I learned so much from them. And I was able to get the guidance. And I used that kind of desire to learn from people that have already walked a path less traveled to kind of create more of a dream scenario, because I've always wanted to have a lot of things. I've always had a strong desire for bigger and better things. And I know that I always wish that I could bridge that congruence gap between who I desired to be and who I wanted to become. Because when you could do that, your game tightens and you could have more success with women in your dating life. You could also have more success in your business life. And every single person in your social life you interact with will feel that congruence, because whatever you feel inside, the other people around you will feel. That expression that you put out there is something that kind of spreads to every other person out there. It helps big time, especially when you're networking with really powerful people, your local celebrities, or even really famous global celebrities, high-end people that are really important, beautiful women. All these things are very congruent, and they all come from the same basic skill sets that we teach and that you could learn from Real Social Dynamics. The thing is, for me, it's always been about that urgency to not miss out on opportunities. The one thing that I always preach is that you'll never regret anything in life when you actually try. Even if you fail to get what you want, at least you tried and you went and took action and you didn't attempt. You went for glory. And that's always been my mantra. I believe that even when you fail, those reference experiences will carry forward. So you can look back at those reference experiences and you'll learn. It's like that social experimentation phase. That desire to hit something and try will be way more powerful than the regret you have from never learning from the unknown. And when that situation comes again because you didn't try, that fear should be more scary than the fear of you getting rejected, because that fear of you having to deal with that same fear again because you don't know what's going to happen is way worse than you taking that action. And that's the paradigm shift that's within Real Social Dynamics of why we believe that the field is so important and why mentoring is so important, especially in the 6 areas of life that I believe have been the core to my success, not just in terms of how to pick up and attract women, but in terms of networking, social game, long-term relationships. And I'd like to reveal to you what is behind the RSD curtain, how we created this company, because a lot of people are interested in building a business. And for those of you that want to get excellent jobs with companies that can also give you success and have that stability without having to be an entrepreneur, I'm also going to talk to you about that and the mindsets that come from being a person who has worked hard, had that hard work ethic, and has taken every inch to get ahead of the next guy so that he could succeed. And a lot of that mentality has spread throughout our whole organization to develop the corporate culture of not just a fraternity, but an organization of hustlers. It's always been something that I think you need to work on. And it comes from the basic principle that speed of execution is the key to success. The difference between failing and success is how fast you're going to take action. Are you going to take action now? Are you going to try all the things you want to do, or are you going to wait? It's so easy to get stuck in a routine and a mundane when you're going day to day doing the same thing, the same job, the same school, the same friends, and breaking away from that and trying those new innovative things that you thought you'd never do before, the extracurriculars, the adventure, whether it's travel and exploring new cultures, whether exploring new business ideas. These things excite and innovate. These things will titillate the senses. They'll give you passion, they'll give you motivation, they'll give you the willpower and drive so that you can succeed in your business and your social life. Just talking about it now, I could feel the intensity of my journey and that fire inside. And I hope that you guys can also feel that as well, just from listening to me now. The power that I wanted to create in a product was an idea that I had recently when talking to Tyler. He put out a post talking to the RSD Nation audience saying, you know, my business partner is great in high-end networking and he has been so instrumental in my life. What would it be if you were going to have a product that you would pay for, a service that you would pay for to learn from this guy that you'd really want to hear? And we had a lot of responses from all over the world, and I listened. And I wanted to create a program where I could share my lessons about money, power, elite access, masterminding, and the social graces that you need to learn to get the massive success in your social, your business, your personal, your family life, and use the skills in RSD in the long run. It's called lifetime value. In terms of the business world, lifetime customer value is how do you extend the value you provide to your customers so that they have it even longer in life than just that short time of fulfilling a short-term need and giving you guys the long-term results that you guys need. And I wanted to create a program that was based upon a mastermind group that could cut years off your learning curve, because the struggle that I had to go through, although it gave me massive amounts of insight and skill sets, it's a struggle that I believe that if I had someone holding my hands who could give me the guidance, the technologies, and introduce me to the right people or be a part of a tribe, then I would be able to cut that learning curve in half in terms of the time it took me to learn the exact same skills. For sure, even in the business world, even today, I'm always still looking for those people that can help take me to the next level, because I know that's very difficult to do it yourself. That's why RSD is a team. Tyler and I could have created a company that was just Tyler and me, but we created a team of RSD instructors and a large infrastructure to support us because we wanted to have influence. Tyler wanted to influence and have impact on as many people as possible, create a global movement that could penetrate past the mainstream. And I wanted to build a global company and have the business infrastructure from the skills that I built, the knowledge that I built from my family, my friends, my network, my education. And then I liked the idea and passion, now that I've had that success, to transfer it to other people, because I miss teaching. I used to teach boot camps every single weekend. And I wanted to create a program that was good for those people that were just beginning, because I remember how much I had to struggle, and I studied and picked up girls all day long and then try to learn those skills and practice those skills and then meet people that were also doing the same. And it was a struggle to try to build the resources together to do that, especially coming from the background where, although I had a lot of experience throwing parties, I didn't know how to get people attracted to me. And that desire, my whole life, watching people that had that natural ability to do that was frustrating. I wanted to avoid that frustration. And I went so deep into that I now use those skills for not just dating, but also for business, my personal life, and for networking success. There's a powerful trigger to change inside each and every one of us. If you have that congruence or that desire to get that congruence in your life, that would be massively impactful. An exercise I used to do when I was teaching boot camps was I used to take a box of crayons and have my clients use those crayons to draw a picture of who they believe they are. And then on the back side of the paper, I had them draw another picture of who people think they are or who they perceive people think them to be. And they would draw different pictures, and they would draw drastically different pictures. And the thing is, who are you? Is it the first one or the second one? And I told our clients, you're both. You're both images inside. You just need to realize who you are, convey the coolest aspects of who you are, and just roll with it and utilize the skills you can learn from understanding the dynamics of how you're perceived and how people interact with you, and put it in your favor to leverage it, to move it in a certain direction, to use your leadership skills and your leverage skills, how to be the alpha in the relationship, in your business, yet at the same time not being overpowering, how to understand the difficult and crucial conversations that have high risks, but high emotions, high stakes, yet a lot of conflicting values and conflicting thoughts, how to get past that, how to get situations where you run out of things to say and keep rolling the ball and move to the next level so that you can gain the success that you need. These are the kind of powerful triggers that inspired me to want to take things to the next level, because I knew if I could conquer this stuff, I knew that I could take these skill sets and run with it, I knew that I could be a powerhouse. I know that if you become the kind of person that can do these things and you replicate yourself, then you could become the most successful people on this planet. Someone came up to me and Tyler and was talking to us about our success, our knowledge, our skill sets. He was a successful guy, a billionaire, and he came up to Tyler and said, Tyler, if you replicate yourself 6 times over, you'd be one of the most powerful billionaires on the planet. And everyone knows this, because the skills and knowledge you have as a person is more valuable than anything else you have on this planet. Therefore, what I did is I created the RSD Founders Club. This is a core program of 10 hours covering 600 subtopics, over 60 organized topics in 6 modules covering everything that I have learned from being the founder of Real Social Dynamics, focusing on those modules that I view as the most critical and most important to my success, including networking, social game, relationships, and I reveal what's behind the curtain of RSD, the business skills I've learned, and the mindsets that I had to develop. These are the success skills that I found that's most important. On top of that, I doubled the amount of content in terms of hours of video content with a series of interviews where I interviewed my personal private business strategy mentor and interviewed several members of the RSD internal business and instructor team. Sharing this knowledge is probably the most unique product out there ever created by RSD in terms of business and success in networking and social game. As although we've been talking about picking up girls for the longest time, the uniqueness of this from being the founder of Real Social Dynamics gives me the most unique perspective to give you a step-by-step blueprint of how I was able to gain success and hopefully inspire the success in you so that you can take your game in your social life, your business life, your personal life, and then help your family and friends accomplish the success that you will achieve from learning the skills that you need in order to gain the success you want. The key in life, for me, has always been that I have wanted to seek the extraordinary, because I grew up watching a lot of TV, a lot of movies, and I had a mother that always was focusing on having a creative mind for her son. And basically I had to write creative books all the time. I also had a father who was a hardcore workaholic who grew up from the poorest neighborhood in Asia to becoming the president of a very large company. And I wanted to have the same path without relying on family resources for my success. I wanted to start up from the very beginning, and that's why I was able to take and willing to take the road less traveled as well. And as a result, I think you too should take that emotional investment and try to get out of that mundane and ordinary average aspects of your life and take it to the next level of success. In an average life, A lot of people like the simple things in life. I love the simple things in life. In fact, I try to simplify my life even more than add complexity, sophisticated action, or excitement and adventure. But at the same time, that's because right now, my life is exploring all sorts of adventures and all sorts of things, and it's become an emotional roller coaster of exciting new opportunities, so many that it's hard to choose from them. Yet most people don't see the opportunities that are right in front of them and grasp them. And as a result, they don't make the mistakes they need to gain the success they need. Save time from all the mistakes you can make. Learn from RSD success stories. Learn from your own success stories. And if you want, you can even learn from mine. I would like to share a lot of this with you. I'd like to be your personal mentor, your personal mastermind. I'd like to talk to you guys in person, invite you to an opportunity to actually meet me in person and meet our instructors in person. And that's why we've created so much free content on our YouTube channels. That's why I've personally hired the most exciting and entertaining video camera crews as well, spending almost $1 million in AV equipment in just the last couple of years alone. Because I know in order to captivate you, in order to get your attention, I need to also entertain you. So half of what Real Social Dynamics was built on was to be an entertainment company, and the other half was to be the publisher of excellent, outstanding, gold standard in education, so that we can allow you to learn and recap on that urgency to take action and to learn from the processes of what we have. This is the first and only product that we have created to give you a chance to learn from me. This is also a limited time offer, and I'm going to be capping the number of students so that I could personally work with you guys. I'm going to build a tribe. I'm going to have you guys have direct access to my cell phone with a phone app, access to groups, a Facebook group where you can communicate with me, videos that you can learn from me in high definition HD video as if you're watching a TV series, a movie, or you're able to interact with me just as if you're in my living room, in my house here in the Hollywood Hills. This house that I live in the Hollywood Hills is our office, where we build some of the most amazing videos and train our instructors. We have built the tightest curriculum from knowledge that I have learned from working within large organizations, such as the military, the government, high-end levels from Wall Street and finance. I've also had a lot of formal education from some of the top university professors and lecturers around the world. In addition to spending tons of my time, similar to how Tyler likes learning from gurus like Eckhart Tolle, I will learn from gurus such as the billionaire Tony Hsieh. I've learned a lot of these skills in business and combined these skills because I've also built mentors because I'm able to share my knowledge with them and inspire them to take action and use their skills into not just their business life, but their personal life and vice versa. And I love the transferability of these skills. It's amazing. The thing is, if you were going to go and look back on your life and say, wow, this was one of the best choices I made, taking action, taking my networking skills to the next level, taking my business skills to the next level, and taking my dating skills to the next level, you would probably share it with all of your friends. An RSD has only been built by the power of the guerrilla marketing and word of mouth advertising of getting that success so that our students could go home, show off their fancy skills to their friends in their social circle, and then take things to the next level. We spend very little money on advertising marketing. We spend probably less money than you will spend on your utility bill sometimes on advertising and marketing every month. Yet at the same time, we have a global company operating in 270 cities and 70 countries and doing over 1,000 live programs around the world. I got to be a keynote speaker at the World Speaker Summit, and I had the most number of hours of training, a live program in my company than any other speaker out there. And that is because we know that when you're out there in person, at least for me, I learn more from the in-person experience. I love videos. It's way more difficult for me to sit down and read books. On the other hand, you have guys like Tyler who read books almost every day. However, the lessons that I've learned are things that I like to convey in every means. In fact, I have books that have been written by friends that I'd like to share with you. And I've even uploaded one to the RSD Founders Club, because these things have inspired ideas of success and have been with me in those times that I've been emotionally drained and I needed some sense of value to be re-added to my life. I've always focused on RSD adding a maximum value to every single person we've interacted with. How I wanted this to be in terms of the worth and value is that you would have all the trial and error in your life cut down, your learning curve would be dramatically reduced, and you would have more time to focus on all the other things in your life, like actually doing the things that you need to do. So if you were to learn from somebody who has gotten massive success in business, success in networking, success in their dating and long-term relationship life, success in building a global company, they could personally tell you all the things you could do that could make your situation better. And that's what I'm here to do for you guys today. What I'd like you to do is to take success, take action, so that the next person that you're going to compete against doesn't beat you. It's the small little inches that make the difference. I used to do Ironman training and marathon training, and the small amounts of time of like seconds is the difference between you beating and you losing. In fact, in race car driving, and I used to do that as well, I still do that now and then, is that it's milliseconds. In fact, 1 second is an eternity in the race car driving world. I'm so into saving time and efficiency that if I'm wearing even a button-down shirt like I'm wearing now, I'll just take it off without even unbuttoning the shirt. I built this company working so hard that I didn't even have time to take off my shoes. I would just lie down, have my shoes still on, get up. Now I take my shoes off, I have time to relax. I built a stable company, I'm more established. But these are the kind of mindsets and mentalities that I had. And that's also the kind of motivation I'd like to share. That's why we created a channel called RSD Motivation on YouTube, to inspire people to take action. But the thing is, the call to action is now. You can either act or someone else will beat you. That is the way it is. I want you to wake up tomorrow and have a roadmap to your success, a blueprint. Tyler created a program back in the day called The Blueprint Decoded, talking about all the mindsets that he has and sharing that. I created my own version of that in the RSD Founders Club to kind of break down what I think and how I was able to use my own blueprints. And I'd like to share that with you. But it's a blueprint for business success, a blueprint for your social life success, a blueprint not just for your pickup, but also your dating relationship success, and the blueprint to Real Social Dynamics itself and how we built this company, not because I believe that Real Social Dynamics is just an entertaining thing that you guys love and you guys want to follow and learn more about, but also because I believe that learning for how we built Real Social Dynamics shares so much about the self-development and self-improvement and personal development journey that I personally had to undertake with Tyler. It is the most important thing to basically become somebody who does not settle. I am somebody who has always been extremely ambitious, extremely passionate, and always trying to seek new things. I spend hours every day trying to research those new and exciting ways that I can accelerate my learning curve. I will look up new mastermind groups, new social circle groups that I could tap into, and I will reach out to these groups. Even when I was a teenager, I would call CEOs of large companies and just interview them. I would call inventors, invite them out to lunch, and just pay for their dinner. I was always seeking ways to find better mentors and do it even if I didn't have a lot of money. And I found secrets to share with you guys about how you can do that even in your local social circle, even if you're from a small town, even if you don't have the resources and don't think that you have what it takes. I don't believe everyone can become an entrepreneur, nor should they try, but I believe everyone can be entrepreneurial in every aspect of their life. And when I say entrepreneurial, I mean innovative, creative, think outside the box. And in order to do that, I developed a program I wanted to share with you guys. In fact, it's a program that I have so much belief in that if you sign up for this program and you don't believe that the value on this program is worth a lifetime of successes and the small amount of money and investment I ask you to put into it, then I will give you your money back within 30 days. If you want to try out the whole program, you go through the interviews, get a book from one of my closest friends, go through the mastermind group that I personally created and have me personally mentoring you. If you spend the hours that I've taken, the countless hours I've taken to build this program and you don't believe that's worth every cent, I want you to get your money back. I want you to invest in your future. People don't value things unless they put some time or money into what they're buying, into their education, into their life. So I want you to take that action now. I miss teaching, and I missed it so much that I put everything I could into this program. I've also developed my personal friends into resources for you, one of which spent tens of thousands of hours interviewing tens of thousands of professors, creating a life theory on how to balance your life and how the emotions and the roller coaster of life can affect you. And I was inspired by it because his theory allowed me in the toughest of time to have hope, because every now and then everyone will experience troubling times. I also want to have a chance where you can personally meet with me and talk to me. So I've created not only a phone app and Facebook group for you, in addition to the dozens of hours of content that I will put in video for you, but I also want to create a mastermind group. In fact, for those of you who can't meet up with me in Las Vegas for this mastermind, even though you'll be invited, I will record it and I'll provide it to you, and I'll also give you a chance to ask questions remotely. I will also include a 1.5 hour video of my last presentation I've given before this presentation of me talking to you right now. And it was in front of a group of some of the most powerful CEOs from around the world. And they invited me to speak as a keynote speaker, talking about the lessons I've learned in terms of business, social networking, and understanding my journey, because my journey, my story is extremely unique. I'm sure I could have made a really exciting TV show or feature film about it. And one day, RSD will probably do something very similar to that, if not already in development. Now, my personal promise to all of you is that if you were to take action and get into this program, I promise that you will have a massive amount of transformation in your life. You will be innovating off of my ideas and customizing and personalizing it to your needs. A lot of it is about the mindsets that have worked for me, and some of them are very extreme. Yet at the same time, those ideas may inspire things that may also work for you. And the business tactics, the skill sets, the networking, and the social life are directly applicable to your life. I want you to link this moment to your destiny. I believe that you are awesome. Not even knowing you, I know that everyone inside of them has awesome elements that they can share with the world. I have networked with each and every person in my life as much as I can, because I believe deep down everyone has something to offer if they could take action and they're willing to show that they have the effort, the desire, and the need to push things to the next level. This is a lifetime of knowledge I've combined into a program that I've spent countless hours on. I have guaranteed you that if you don't get massive value from this, you will get a full refund on your money and still take the lessons that you learned, the secrets behind RSD, the secrets behind my success in my business life, my dating relationship life, my networking life, my social life, and my mastermind networking skills that I have learned to take my game and my business, my career, my personal and family life to the next level. The structures that I built, I want to share with you. So click the Buy Now button on this sales letter page and get the success that you deserve. Thanks for listening, and I hope to see you as a member of the tribe.